Yeah, so don't make it a habit of solving problems in other people's lives. If they want your help, then you can help them. But it's always good to empower them. When we say give them the tools to empower them so they could solve their problem or to resolve things that are blocking them in their lives, it's always good to do that, because you know what? What happens when you try to get involved in other people's lives and you try to solve their problems? What happens? That they're going to start picking at your life, at the things that you haven't done. And why should I listen to you? Because you haven't done anything. And that's going to be the thing. But if you have good confidence and you have high self-esteem, then you're not going to let those moments bother you. But just know that to be prepared. If you're the type of person that wants to go solve people's problems, be prepared for that person that you're trying to help. Be prepared that they may dissect your life and tell you what you're not doing, and why should I listen to you? Why should I listen to you? Because you haven't done anything with your life. If you would have become somebody, you would have done it already. Your dreams haven't come true. So why are you going to tell me how to deal with my problems? And why are you going to say that I didn't put any effort or energy or time into things? Because you haven't done it too. You are like me. So now we're stuck in a situation where we have problems. More problems. We have problems because of problems. And then those become problems. And it creates more conflict, because now we have conflict when we approach a situation without conflict, without a problem, but we are trying to deal with that problem. And it becomes very common, it's like frequent, that people will not listen to you if you haven't done anything in your life. They're not going to see the effort, the time, or the energy that you put into things. They're not going to know what you have done. Even your own parents are not going to see what you're doing if you don't tell them all the time. People are going to judge you. People are going to say that you haven't. What are you doing? Are you going to do that job forever? Don't you want to do better things in your life? Everyone's going to judge you. That humans are judged, and you have to be okay with being judged. Because we can't approach everyone and say, hey, I'm working on this. I'm doing this. I'm writing this screenplay. I'm rehearsing. I'm taking these acting classes. I'm going to school. I'm doing these things. Like, let people judge all they want. You be you and let them be them. Because we don't have to show anybody what we're doing. If we believe in ourselves and we have high confidence, not overconfident, because we don't want to be one of those people that just feel like we're better than everybody. To say that we know what we're doing. Like, we have high confidence and we know that what we're doing is going to lead us somewhere. It's going to lead us to our dream. And that it doesn't matter what anyone says, as long as that we believe in ourselves. Because when you have high confidence and your self-esteem, you have good self-esteem, then when you try to help someone, and maybe you're not trying to tell them how to deal with their problems, you're just trying to help them. And if they start to, put your life under a microscope, then be okay with that. Just say, you know what? I still value you. I still care about you. And that's okay. Because you were trying to figure out a way to get them to live their dream. And then you know that the things that they're doing now is just going to delay it. It could be an inevitable dream. Like, it's going to happen, but how fast it will happen, it depends on us. So when people are in a life of, when they have a bunch of problems and that they're not getting what they want, and they hear a lot of chatter around them, like negative people telling them that, you know what, like, just give up, just give up, just give up. You're not gonna achieve these things. Give up already. Don't live the dream. Be realistic. Your dreams are never gonna happen. You know what? Because if they would have, then you would already be living the dream. And you're just not good enough. You don't have what other people have. It doesn't matter if people in the industry have struggled like you, have worked hard many years, and have had, like, say, if we look at Hollywood, have a really tough life and had made a lot of decisions, and they had to be relentless, and they had to do a lot of things that maybe destroyed their relationships and everything because they were really fighting for that dream. And those things happen, but you know what? It doesn't matter if those people were like us, because people are gonna judge what we haven't done, and they're not gonna look at what we're doing. They're not gonna give us praise and congratulate us or be proud of us. And that's okay. It's okay. So when we come to other people with problems and people know about our lives, then it's very easy for people to start going after us and maybe attacking, or just really just, putting your life like it's like on cards, and just spreading it out and say, you know what? I'm not going to listen to you. I will when you do things that are better than me. And that's not a good process to live life, because if I make these videos and then you're waiting until I get 1 million subscribers before you listen to me, then you're missing out on a lot of good advice, because I've lived life. And maybe I'm not as popular and, say, Instagram famous or YouTube famous, or I'm not somebody in the industry, or have published books. I have written 3 books though, but I just have to get them, packaged together and see what I can do with them. But I feel confident in them, and I feel confident in the life that I've lived. It's not like my life is not for everyone. It's probably for no one. Like, I would not take the path that I've taken, because I try to be, take the moral path. Had a dream, I want to do the Hollywood stuff, and then I went into the military to get life experiences. But along the way, I was, out there preparing for the dream, because I knew when I was going to get out 4 years later that I was going to be living that dream. And I did everything I said I was going to do, but I ended up not going to the school I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to UCLA for film, and I ended up going to UC Santa Barbara. And then from there, just a lot of things happen along the way in your life, and that time passes by. But you can't regret your past. You can't resent people for the things you haven't accomplished, because you weren't meant to accomplish them at the time that you're supposed to. Because if life is easy, then you just don't try. You don't challenge yourself, and you don't do things that you need to do. And just know that if you want your dream and you put enough effort, energy, and time into it, that it can happen. It's not about what others are doing, what others are not getting, and that you're not going to get it. We're not others. We don't have time to be other people. We should focus on ourselves. Self-value, self-respect, self-love, and just really feed our dream. If our dream was it was a relationship and we just didn't really put effort into it, do you think that relationship would last? It would not last. If we just occasionally talk to our dream. So what you have to do is that you have to put that effort in there and just do the things that you can do. You wouldn't be doing it if you weren't confident in yourself, if you didn't believe in something that was better, and that you had to do the dreams for the right reasons. Because if you're looking for money and other things, then you may find disappointment, because sometimes it may not pay off until later on. But sometimes the payoff could be something else that's not about money. It could be about you loving yourself, about you valuing yourself and respecting yourself, and is really finding happiness. Because you may find happiness because of your dream. You may meet people, you may find a new relationship, you may do great things because of your dream. But if you didn't have that dream, then you wouldn't have been able to do those things. They wouldn't have happened. And what I think about problems of other people's problems is that we shouldn't solve them. And even a psychologist would tell you that we're not in the business of solving people's problems. So meaning that they're not going to, if you go to a therapy session, that they're not going to just give you everything that day and say, you know what, these are all your problems and it's your fault, and take ownership and responsibility, that they're going to probably listen to you and listen and then maybe look at other methods that, or more intervention or something that you can do to kind of fix your problem. When I say fix it, that you do it yourself. So if we're not professionals and we're trying to solve other people's problems, then we're going to find more problems, because people are going to judge us. They don't want to be judged, but they're going to judge us. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be criticized. They don't want people to look at them as less than great or as less than good. If we look at them like they haven't done these things or they haven't put in enough time or energy into something, then if we're not doing something that's greater than them, then they're not going to listen to us. I mean, that's okay if they don't want to listen to us. We could spend the time and tell them everything, and we could tell them the way, and we could be ahead of them in life, and they're not going to listen to us. And I think it's important is that we don't judge people because of what they haven't accomplished, because they all have different lives. They've had to deal with a lot of things. And if we have to go back and tell a story on why we didn't achieve something right away or we wouldn't have done it, then we're just wasting time. That we just be okay with the fact that if somebody is going to judge you because you're trying to help them with their problems, and that's normal. It's normal because people are going to get overwhelmed, they're going to get pressured, and they're going to say something like, if you think you know better, then why are you not doing it yourself? Why haven't you achieved things? Why haven't you, made this money or have this job? Why haven't you done great things? So I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to listen to you, but when you do all these things, then come back, and then maybe I will listen to you. That's not the best approach to live life. Because our parents, so should we not listen to our parents, that they lived this long life, they took care of us, they've lived longer than us, and should we not listen to our parents if they haven't achieved greatness? Because they have achieved greatness, they've lived life. They lived life, they had us, they raised us, they're always there for us, because we have problems and we do go to them with our problems. So should we not listen to our family because they're not famous? They're not the Kardashians. I don't think I would want to be one of the Kardashians. No offense to them. It's just that that's not the life that I want to live of what they do, more power to them, but we shouldn't look at people for what they haven't accomplished or what we assume of the reasons why they haven't achieved the things. That if they give us good advice, so that means that if my best friend comes to me and I'm like, dude, you know what, like, you're nobody in this particular industry that I'm trying to get into, but it might not be even the source of why I haven't achieved what I wanted. It could be other things. I mean, going to school, finances, a lot of other things that could block me, but along the way, those things blocking me have allowed me to meet other people, to build other meaningful relationships that I probably wouldn't have been able to, establish because I would be in a different, situation. I would be, surrounded by people in the industry and all that, and then I wouldn't have met certain people that I need to meet, people that I need in my life for the journey, the positive relationships, more of like having positive encouragement and all those things. They wouldn't have happened. So I have to be okay with my progress in my life, because maybe at my age right now, yeah, I could have achieved great things and I could have done all these things, but I'm okay with it. I'm not depressed. I'm not like laying in bed saying I made all these bad decisions, I can never recover, and I can never do these things. I can, because I'm still living and I still feel healthy. And I'm going for a walk right now. See, I'm walking this dog here, Charlie. And so I think that sometimes we live our life a certain way, and sometimes we don't accomplish our dreams when we want to, and maybe we find another dream. But if you have a dream and you really want your dream, then I say just go for it and don't listen to anyone else. As long as you believe in your dream and you're the only one that's on your side, then I think it's important that you go for it. If it makes you happy, then go for it. Go for your dream because it's what you want in your life. Is what you believe. And it doesn't matter if anyone else doesn't believe in you, because as long as you believe in yourself, then that's all that counts. So try your best not to go into other people's lives and try to solve their problems, like be a problem solver. Because otherwise you're going to be like, it'd be like when you're back in college again and doing math and you're trying to solve all these problems. You know how much work that takes? It's like a little problem and you're taking hours to do it. You're up all night. Like you have an exam tomorrow and you're just like stressing out about trying to do good on this test because you need this good grade and stuff. Just know that trying to deal with people's problems is like that. And sometimes, like, a lot of people don't like math, you know. Math is not always a fun subject. But know that math is like steps, you know. You have to put effort in, you have to take steps, you have to put energy in, and time and everything, and then you solve the problem. You get the answer because you showed the work. You don't cut corners. That the instructors want you to show work. They want you to show that you're going to take the steps, which we do. Like how engineers take steps to build software and everything. Like everything requires steps. And your dream requires steps. And problems require steps. Just life is a bunch of steps. Little steps. And little steps could hurt big steps. If your big step is when you want to live your dream, then the little steps that you take could hurt your dream. The little steps that you choose to keep, you know, following. So I think that a good approach to live your dreams is to just really just to believe in yourself, and don't have doubts, and don't look at the past, don't look at others, don't look at what you haven't achieved, don't look at what others are achieving, and just know that your time is coming soon, and just really focus and concentrate and really find ways to be positive and just wake up happy and do things, make a good habit of doing things that make you happy, and really utilize